On today's episode, we go over our own top 10 prospects list. We go over some players that may return for the Cubs in 2023 and some news and notes, including a certain convention that's returning in January. That's all ahead on this episode.
Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome into Locked On Cubs alongside Sam Olber. I'm Matt Cozy. Pleased to be with you for a Thursday episode as we are recording on Wednesday afternoon prior to my departure for Cubs Phillies at Wrigley Field, 6:40 first pitch. That's why we are recording during the day. We're not being vampires for this episode. There's actually some natural light where we are. Sam got a haircut. He looks very good. I spoke today at school about podcasting for Career Day. That was very fun. Gave a lot of shout outs to Sam as well. And we're going to roll here for a Thursday show.
Yeah, the haircut's not great. 5.5, maybe a 6 out of 10 if it's a good Wednesday afternoon, but I appreciate the compliment. One of the things I thought it'd be a good idea, and we've obviously spoken about this for today's show, is since we're not going to be able to talk about today's game right after like we normally did. I thought, we've done so much homework now. We've been talking about this team on a daily basis for a while now. I think we should put our own top 10 prospects together, compare it with others. There's going to be some agreements. There's going to be some disagreements. That's called engagement, by the way. And that's going to be really fun. And, I think we should do it. Would you like to go first, Matt, or would you like me to go first and give some reasoning, of course?
I think I'm going to bat first.
Okay. You're the road team.
It might be hard to convince you and the listeners.
You don't have to convince me. I don't want you
You're not letting me finish my sentence.
And I have a problem with that.
It might be hard to convince you and the listeners, but I just want to let everybody know that I wrote this list prior to finding out about the result of the iCubs game today. Okay, we're going to get to the iCubs game later.
Yeah.
I wrote this list before that. Okay.
So I lost you for a second there, but yeah. Go ahead.
Should we go from 10 to 1 or 1 to 10?
So you're the producer of the show here. So that's actually
executive producer.
That's a decision I'm going to let you make. I think 10 to 1 is more suspenseful.
I think that's better. Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Why don't we do you want to switch off? Or
I would like to, yes.
Okay, so you're 10, then my 10.
Yeah.
Okay, God bless you.
Oh, no. So I'm going to say all my 10 first?
You want to say your 10 first. So then
I don't. I'd like to switch off.
Okay, that's what I just said. But okay, sure. Feel like it's an Albert and Costello act here. We might as well be black and white in the 40s. We could add a third person to the show. It could be the Three Stooges, for God's sake.
At number 10, I have Christian Hernandez.
Okay.
Now,
awesome.
My list is highlighted by players that have played professional baseball.
Right.
So in my list, you're not going to see Cade Horton. You're not. This is a spoiler, but you're not going to see Horton.
That's a huge spoiler.
You're not going to see Ferris.
Jeez. Why don't you just
start over?
I know. It's okay. So give me a reason on Hernandez and then let me go here.
So Hernandez
has been drinking before the game already?
Hernandez has just played rookie ball.
Yeah, okay.
He's very highly touted. He might be a blue chip guy.
Jeez.
He might be a blue chip prospect, but
yeah,
I just need to see a little more from him.
Sure.
And the way my list is shaped is highly intriguing. And despite not having any draft picks, I do have Hernandez a little bit lower than some other lists and publications do.
Right. And so I'll say with my list, I just kind of went off. There's some guys I haven't done homework on. So spoiler alert, I don't have Triantos in my top 10. I haven't done that much homework on him. It's not to say like
that's your prerogative.
There's certain guys that I've really learned about, and you'll see. So number 10, I have Owen Casey.
Okay. I have him close to that.
Yeah, self-explanatory for me. Really talented young hitter. Got him in the Darvish trade. Has a lot of upside. I believe he just turned 20 years of age. I have him 10. I don't know what else to say.
This is going really well so far. At number 9, I have Ben Brown, pitching prospect, right-handed, acquired for David Robertson from the Phillies on August 2nd.
Yeah, and just maybe like a sentence on him.
High upside.
Yeah.
He is ranked highly already by Pipeline and Baseball America. High velo guy, good breaking ball. I'm not Lindsey Crosby, but just I see a lot of hype with him.
Number 9 for me is going to be DJ Hertz.
Right.
Why number 9 for him, and why no Jordan Wicks on my list or Killian, but yes for DJ Hertz? Well,
wow, another spoiler.
Here's the reason why.
We're really executing this. Go ahead.
No, I think those are because I got to explain. Why Hertz? The stuff. This guy could hit close to 100 on the radar gun. Has tons of swing and miss stuff, and I just think that he's got tremendous upside with a really, really high floor, because worst case scenario, he's going to be a fantastic one-inning guy.
Okay, so the next couple for me is going to be a little reflective of what you just said. So sure. Number 8 is Owen Casey.
Okay.
And I'm just going to give you number 7.
Okay.
Number 7 is DJ Hertz.
Oh, awesome. So far we're pretty on.
Yeah.
Number 8 for me is going to be next year's first baseman, Matt Mervis.
Wow.
I don't see how he can't be in any top 10 list. I mean, the guy's hit 36 home runs this year, 100 plus RBIs. And because you gave your 7 away and my 7's the same as your 10, I have Christian Hernandez in the 7 hole. Like you said, we haven't seen much of him, but the research here it says that he's got as much upside as anybody in the organization. He's got as much upside as pretty much anybody right now in baseball. It's just he's young. He hasn't really played professionally yet, but I think 7's a really good number for him, because with one good year, he could be the number 1 prospect in the organization.
Okay, I think I have a good list, and I think this is where it goes, whoa, who's his top 6? So number 6, I have Kevin Alcantara.
That's low.
He was acquired. I know.
It's low.
He was acquired from the Bronx Bombers for Anthony Rizzo. Has a lot of power, has a great glove, great speed, great arm. I do realize I have him a tad low than some other lists out there, but that's why my list is unique. It's uniquely mine.
Yeah.
And it should be treated as such.
Yeah, no, it is yours, but doesn't mean it's right. Yeah, I mean, I just think Alcantara, I'll talk about him when I get there.
Who's number 6 for you, Sam?
That's going to be tonight's starter for the Chicago Cubs, Hayden Wesneski.
Okay. That's a good one. He did graduate already, but you consider him a prospect still.
Yeah, come on. What do you mean? Did he graduate? He's been up for 3 weeks.
He's already thrown over 20 innings.
I still consider him a prospect.
All right, I don't have him in my list.
Okay, well that's fine. My list is unique to me. I think Wesneski is still very much a prospect and very much a question, and I have him 6, and deservedly so.
Number 5, Jordan Wicks, left-handed pitcher out of K-State. This was his 2nd year in pro ball. He is the top pitching prospect on most lists for the Northsiders. Wicks had a little bit of a bumpy summer, but he really improved down the stretch, and it's good to see him healthy. And I don't think it's going to be very long before he pitches for the Cubs.
Yeah, that's probably a bad omission on my part, but that's the thing with the Cubs is there's so many options.
There is, yeah.
Number 5 for me is going to be my baby, and that's going to be Alexander Canario, who just hit his 37th home run of the season to win the home run race between him and Matt Mervis, which was accurately predicted on this show. And I would love to see him, since he's already on the 40-man, as a reward, give him 8 games, give him 7 games to finish out the year, so we got something to watch.
That'd be really cool.
Why 5 and not higher? high strikeout, low on base, but in his last 10, 15 games in AAA, he's starting to walk a lot more, which is a really positive sign.
At number 4, I have Brennan Davis. Davis missed a lot of time this year with the back injury, but it was nice to see him return before the end of the regular season at AAA, by the way. So I think there's still a shot. I think there's absolutely a shot for him to be on the club at the major league level in 2023. I think it would be a long shot at this point that he would make it out of Sloan in March. But I don't think it's going to be too long after that. I am concerned about his bat. I think that Arizona Fall League is going to be really good for him. And I decided to put him a little bit lower than most places at number 4.
And I have Cade Horton at number 4. This is somebody that a lot of people I trust said he's the best college pitcher in the draft. He features as good as stuff, if not better stuff, than anybody in the organization. I think he's the definition of a prospect, and I don't know what else to say.
No, I think it's a good pick. I would like for him to log some innings, not as a college player.
Right, I agree.
Okay, here's where we make some soup here. Number 3, Matt Mervis. I'll wait for the next one. I have Mervis this high because he's put up video game-esque numbers this year. Essentially going from not ranked in the organization, actually not essentially, he wasn't ranked. And to number 3 is definitely a high mark, but I think it's deserved. And he finished the year with 36 Jacksons.
Very fair. My number 3 is Brennan Davis.
Okay.
Still tantalizing ability. Hoping that he contributes at the big league level fairly early next year. Coming off an injury, he did hit a home run today. Was once the unanimous number 1 prospect in the Cubs organization until they made some trades. And I'm still high on him.
Number 2, Alexander Canario.
Wow. So I'm the guy that's been juicing up Canario, and now you got him at the number 2 overall prospect in all the land.
Yeah. I definitely it took some convincing, but I was high on him too, and he's just flat out balled this year. And to finish with 37 home runs is very impressive. I would absolutely love to see him this last week of the season.
Right.
And I have him that high because I think that his ceiling is that high. And I believe he had a good campaign, and we'll see if he takes a rise in the other rankings too.
He didn't have a good campaign. He had a great one.
Yeah.
Number 2 is going to be Kevin Alcantara for me. 811 OPS. Came down a little bit at the end of the season, but at 19 years old, 6'6", 215 pounds, tons of opposite field power, cannon for an arm. To me, he's Canario, but 3 years younger with a lot more plate discipline and upside. I just think that he absolutely has to be one of the 2 or 3 best prospects in the Cubs organization. I mean, 19-year-old kids that are built like that have that type of tools and ability don't grow on trees. I still think he's a very special player. Lindsey Crosby said he thinks he's the best prospect in the Cubs system on our show. I think he's going to be great.
Praise. Number 1, I believe we share, unless there was like an absolute twist to your list.
No, there wasn't.
Pete Crow-Armstrong.
Yeah, nothing else needs to be said. I mean,
PCA.
Right now he's a 3-WAR player in the major leagues just off his defensive center field ability.
Jeez.
Add in his offense that's progressing, and you have a really special player for a long time. Why don't we go to break? We'll talk. We'll diagnose this a bit.
Yeah, that was we definitely got into that. We'll wrap up right after this. Today's episode is brought to you by Blue Chew. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. The process is simple. Sign up at bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. The best part, it's all done online. So no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward convos. and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the US of A and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package. So if you can benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners here at Locked On. You can try Blue Chew for free when you use the promo code Locked On at checkout. Just pay the $5 shipping. That's bluechew.com, promo code Locked On to receive your first month free. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. We're back here on Locked On Cubs. Thanks for making us your first listen every day. All things red and blue, Northsiders, Boys in Blue, Cubs, however you want to put it.
Boys of Summer.
Boys of Summer is a good one. Tonight will be Boys of Fall for sure.
Yeah, you'll be there.
We'll be breaking out multiple
maybe bring
layers.
a pumpkin basket and go trick or treating.
Any follow up from the list?
Well, I think the list accomplished exactly what I wanted it to accomplish.
Right.
It's an extremely deep list, and two people that follow the team very religiously, like you and I, had very different lists.
Yeah.
And it shows
fun.
you the depth. And I bet you people commenting are going to be like, well, where's Triantos? Right? Or
right.
There's so many options here, and that's what makes this system very tantalizing. They're very good, and I'm starting to get a little sick and tired of hearing, well, there's no blue chipper. I don't know what you call PCA then.
Yeah, that's he's officially is one, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe he's got a floor that rises up to a really tall tree outside your backyard.
Right. He's living in a high rise for sure.
Alcantara has upside, higher than.
Here we go.
No, I'm not gonna go there.
All right.
I had a really good president reference, but I think it was too much. Yeah, so that's the reason why I wanted to do the exercise is that. I knew we'd have different ones, and we did. And people comment, please. I want at least 15, 20 comments of your lists. Get engaged. Engagement's great. I'll respond. I usually do a pretty good job of it. Sometimes I get a little slack.
Yeah, please comment on YouTube or find us on Twitter. If you're on YouTube, you see our handles right there. And we would love to interact with you about these lists. I'm also going to tweet these out after the show. Just on the same note, there is a minor league mini camp this weekend at Wrigley, Sam. Don't know if you saw this yet. 6 pitchers and 8 position players, and a lot of those guys that we just talked about are on there. So it's going to be a cool opportunity for those 14 to be at Wrigley. They're not too far away, and I think it's just going to be good for them to be around. Canario was not originally on that list of 8, but you could certainly bring him over and maybe even elevate him a little more than just the prospect camp.
What are you planning on eating at tonight's baseball game?
I'm going to eat, I'm hoping prior to first pitch.
Oh, so you're not going to eat it in the park?
No, we're going to eat in the park because the food and drinks are like part of the ticket.
Oh, do you know what?
No, I don't know the items available. I will say
I want all this stuff tweeted tonight.
I ate very light today strategically for this reason.
Oh, no, you always eat light.
Right. But no, I'm very excited for the...
it's like you're preparing for a fight 24/7.
I'm really excited for the options.
Yeah.
All right. Well, based on time here, I think we can go to news and notes next, right?
Yeah, your show.
Let's do that. We're going to get into some iCub stuff and then a couple other things, and that's going to come up next. We're back here on Locked On Cubs. Thanks for making us your first listen every day. The Iowa Cubs played their last game, Sam, Wednesday afternoon. Canario hit home run number 37.
That's 37.
In the bottom of the 9th. Meaning he won the battle between him and Mervis, a true home run race. And that was actually to tie the game. 2 batters later, after Crook got hit by a pitch, Jared Young, who was just sent down last night, walked it off in Des Moines. And so that was a really cool story today to see that. Also,
Young.
One more note from yesterday. In that same transaction bucket, Michael Hermosillo DFA'd.
I did see that. Huh.
So
You know
I
what's
think the
sad,
writing
though?
was on the wall, just happened a little bit earlier.
You know what's sad though about Hermosillo being DFA'd is was by far the best major league option they had defensively in center field.
He's excellent out there.
Yeah, so again, just more reason to think that they make a little Band-Aid acquisition until
Yes.
PCA is ready to take over.
Yeah, clearly that needs to be valued. Hermosillo was hovering around 100 batting average wise.
No, that's
You
not going to
get
play.
you get somebody who's higher just a little bit.
We get you eating a little more protein for lunch, you could hit 100.
Well, maybe I'll do Built Bars.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Let's see what else we have here. Did you see that the Cubs convention is going to return in January? Maybe we go to that.
I think we have to.
So I'm actually going to admit something right here live.
I want to sign. I've never signed an autograph.
Oh boy.
Can you imagine?
That's something you desire to do.
I would. I mean, it would have to probably be somebody under the age of 12 that thought I was worth asking, but that'd be cool.
Yeah, maybe the Walkers.
I don't like.
Come up from the South.
I'm not a big autograph guy like from players. I never was, even as a kid. I never understood that value. Like, I don't need Nico Horner to sign a piece. Just shake my hand. Let's have a 2-minute chat. That's more valuable to me than putting pen to paper.
Absolutely. But I've actually never been to a Cubs convention.
I've been to one as a child.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to go in 2023 because I would love to see Pat Hughes announce Shohei Ohtani's name as he walks across the stage. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, ease up on the beer tonight.
He's
no,
what?
I'm kidding. It'd be great. I was making a joke.
I didn't hear what I don't think I really made out what you said.
Yeah, well, you probably wouldn't have liked it anyway.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, that about does it for today's show. What else?
Predictions tonight?
I think the Cubs win by a lot.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they win 9-3.
Who's scoring 9 runs tonight? It's winter time.
I'm really excited.
No, you know what?
It might be a pitcher's duel, though. It might be like a 1-0, 2-1 ball game.
Sure, just why don't you just name every scorebook? Then you can't be wrong.
Every scorebook?
Or every score combination.
Yeah.
I want to say publicly.
Maybe I'll keep score tonight.
I want to say publicly, I firmly regret my comments of making fun of you for the game yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I would be excited to go.
Well, I wish I knew that because I would have invited you.
I couldn't go. I couldn't go. I told you off the air.
I'm
dealing with a COVID situation.
Gotcha.
So it wouldn't have worked. But anyway, the Wisniewski thing changed everything.
As it should.
I mean, that's fun to be able to watch it. Like I'm excited for 6:40 Central Standard.
No, that's how it is with him already.
And by the way, what a great challenge for him tonight. Yes, it's pitcher-friendly conditions. However, a Philly team that's in must-win mode and a fantastic offense that was neutralized. You know my theory on that. The hardest time to beat a team, get a team out, is when they're desperate and they're coming off a couple of bad games. Schwarber, Harper, Real Muto, Bohm, Segura.
They have a lot of power.
They just have a lot of good hitters on that team, and it's going to be really fun to watch this young kid try and navigate around them in what is a playoff type game for Philadelphia. So tune into that. I mean, when you're listening to the show, the game will already be over, so maybe watch a replay of it.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Be sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash the like button on all your favorite content of ours. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your pods on the audio side, and drop us a text about prospects or otherwise, 312-834-4634. Thanks for making Locked On Cubs your first listen every day. Now make your second the Locked On MLB podcast, where Paul Francis Sullivan brings humor, passion, unique perspective on every team and the biggest stories around the league. For Sam Olber, I'm Matt Cozy. This is Locked On Cubs.